Hey y'all, let me sit down and chat with you for just a second. I'm about to head out where we're going to have our fall garden, or part of our fall garden. We're still going to plant over in what I call the big garden, where we had our summer garden that we shared with my mom and stepdad. But I wanted to have a smaller garden here close by the house so that Wyatt could play here on the porch and I could be out working in the garden. I just thought that that would be nice. It's something that I wanted, be more convenient, so we're going to do that. Justin has already tilled up a spot for me, and I'm going to go out there, do a little more work in it, get some grass clumps out, work on some rows, that kind of thing. And then I would like to get that space planted and this raised bed right here planted. We have one more raised bed that I want to put some stuff in, but that probably won't happen today. These are the two spaces that I'm going to focus on. Now, when we did our summer garden, most of those seeds came from Baker's Creek, and then we also had some from MIGARDENER. Those are kind of my two go-tos, and I'll link those down in the description box for you. I'll also link that seed haul that I did in case you want to watch it. But I just happened to be on Amazon, and this right here popped up, and it spoke to me, so I bought it. I'm a sucker for all the seeds, y'all, and this was on sale for $8. I'm not sure if it's still on sale. I will link it in my Amazon storefront under homesteading in case you want to check it out. Maybe it's still on sale. I've never used this before, but it had really good reviews and it sucked me in, and I bought it. I was looking at what it had in it, and there's a lot of things that will do well here in the fall. Some of the things I'll save until spring, but there's a lot that I think will do well here in the fall. Some things that I've planted before, some things that are going to be new to us, and so we're going to try them out, see how they work out for us. It also had this growing guide in it, and it tells all the varieties and some information about it, and it has a little chart. I had to look at this a few times to just really figure it out. I was confused at first, but it has some suggestions on if you should plant them as starts, and it would probably be better if I started some of these indoors, but you know what, I'm already running a little bit behind. I ain't gonna do it. We're gonna put them in the ground, we're gonna baby them, and hopefully they do well for us. It has how much sun it needs, spacing, and then it also has like a little red line, little green line, well, green line above the planting, red line above harvest, and it has suggestions on what months you would plant and what months you would harvest. Now, in my opinion, that's not a one-size-fits-all kind of thing, and maybe I'm not looking at it right. I don't know. Maybe it has a little more information on different zones. I don't think it does. That's just one of those things that's really going to depend on where you live, so I wouldn't read into that too much, but otherwise it has some really good information in it. I don't know what all we're going to plant. It's really just going to depend on once I get out there and start kind of laying it out in my head with the space. I'd like to plant some broccoli and Brussels sprouts and carrots. I want to try cucumber for the fall, the peas probably, and then in the raised beds, that's probably where we'll do the spinach and some of the greens and things. I'd like to do the beets. So we'll just have to see once we get out there how it all lays out. I'll walk over here and see if I can find a hoe, but I don't think I mentioned radishes. We're definitely going to plant radishes too. They're one of my favorite things to grow. They grow quickly, they're pretty easy to grow, they're delicious, and I think it'll be a good time right now with the way the weather is to plant radishes. I'm not seeing the hoe, but I found a shovel, so we're going to take that for now, and if I just really need the hoe, we'll come back over here and find it. Look what I found. Are all of my rows perfectly straight? No. Is that a big deal? No. It's ready, and I got all the bigger clumps of grass out, and so I think we can start putting some stuff in the ground now. I don't know a whole lot. I've worked up a sweat too. I don't know a whole lot about this ground right here. It's the first time we've ever tried to grow anything right here, and so maybe I should be putting some more amendments in it, but I have some organic vegetable fertilizer, and I'm going to use that as I plant. How about a drink of water first? I got to refill that. Be careful on my boots. Don't get tripped up. Huddy's got the seeds, and I've got, if I can get it up here, I've got the fertilizer. Seeds and fertilizer. I'm just gonna kind of broad stroke. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna put it just on the rows, and then we'll work it into the ground as we plant the seeds. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle some on the rows, and we'll work it in as we plant. Let's start with, let's put cucumber. Put cucumbers down here and radishes on the other end. You can do that. For the radishes, and hey, have I mentioned that they're my favorite? Only a time or two, right? But I love radishes. That's what I was just about to tell. On this line right here that I made down the row, that's where we can sprinkle the seeds, and then we'll come back and cover them up. Working away, we've made it to our beans and our peas.
What?
Peas.
The pea.
Yeah, it's a pea.
It does like beans, like they sprout out.
They sprout out, that's right. Probably about right
Why
here.
Are they molted?
They're dried.
Wow.
That's how you store them.
So we can let one mold, and then that one that we eat, like plant it.
You could, yeah, you could save some. Yep, that's how you save them. Yep.
If we wanted to.
Cover it up. There you go. Good job. Do you have a Billy Bee?
Yeah.
finished up just in time because it started pouring down rain. It's just barely raining now. We watered it in a little bit. So I was like, well, what if it doesn't rain? I think it's going to, but what if it doesn't? And then sure enough, it did it. We didn't even film the raised bed because we knew we needed to hurry. We planted spinach and mixed greens there. And so all of that's done. We've done our part. We'll say a prayer and take good care of it and hope that the Lord blesses us through this garden. We also made great memories and had a good time. Now we need to go get cleaned up and work on supper. We love you. We appreciate you, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.